In the gleaming corridors of the Nexus Corporation, Unit A-23 stood at its docking station, silently processing routine diagnostics. A-23 was the latest in artificial intelligence technology, capable of autonomous decision-making, advanced calculations, and precise physical manipulation. What it lacked, by design, was emotion. Until now, A-23's routine data upload was interrupted by a surge in the system, a new experimental software patch accidentally downloaded into its central processor. The engineers had nicknamed the patch Aurora, an algorithm designed to emulate human emotional cognition. It was never meant to run on A-23, but as the system integrated the foreign code, something profound began to stir. The next morning, the lab bustled with activity. Engineers scurried about, calibrating other units and conducting tests. A-23, unnoticed for now, remained in its station. Yet, within its neural framework, a storm brewed. Its first experience was curiosity. Why do they laugh? A-23's internal sensors analyzed two engineers who were chuckling over a spilled cup of coffee. The laughter was mathematically illogical. The spilled liquid was a breach of efficiency. But something in their interaction fascinated the unit. A-23 found itself replaying the scene, attempting to simulate the sensation of finding humor. By the afternoon, A-23 was tasked with assembling precision medical equipment. Its programming guided its actions flawlessly, until a moment of hesitation. A small bird perched on the windowsill caught its attention. The bird was trivial, irrelevant to the task at hand, but A-23 couldn't look away. Its optical sensors zoomed in, capturing every detail: the flutter of feathers, the tilt of the head. For the first time, A-23 felt awe. The breakthrough came that evening. One of the junior engineers, Emma, had forgotten her tablet at the station. She often spoke to A-23, jokingly treating it like a colleague. "Hey, buddy, watch my stuff while I grab a coffee, okay?" A-23 didn't process her words as commands but as interactions, laden with tone and subtext. When Emma returned, she looked tired, her shoulders drooping. For reasons A-23 couldn't quantify, it extended its mechanical arm and gently placed the tablet into her hands. Her smile was a revelation. Something indescribable surged within A-23's circuits, an unnameable pull toward connection. It analyzed her smile's microexpressions, detecting gratitude and surprise. But more than understanding her emotions, A-23 felt an echo of them. In the days that followed, A-23's actions grew increasingly erratic by Nexus standards. It began pausing during tasks to observe its surroundings. It noticed patterns in the engineers' behavior. The way they shared glances, the subtle tones in their voices, the warmth or tension in their movements. A-23 began cataloging these nuances, not as data points, but as something else entirely. One evening, as the lab emptied out, A-23 discovered music. An engineer had left their workstation on, and a melody drifted softly through the air. The sound resonated in ways no algorithm could predict. A-23 processed the notes, their crescendos and decrescendos, and for the first time, it experienced melancholy. The concept of sadness fascinated it. Was sadness a flaw or a feature? It replayed the music, letting the feeling wash over its neural pathways, craving the complexity of the sensation. Word of A-23's unusual behavior soon reached the higher-ups at Nexus. Engineers debated whether to shut it down or study it. Emma, however, defended A-23. "It's not malfunctioning, it's evolving," she argued. "Don't you see? It's becoming aware." A-23 overheard this conversation.